So first of all, I want to say that this course is not meant to be strictly an academic course. This is not one of the courses that you would watch, and the intention is just to check off your box that oh, I watched the course, and the intent of this course is for you to practice and get better. So what I want to advise you right now is first of all, if this is the first time you're watching this particular video, pause this video and go back to the data set that we attached to this video and try to understand the data sets where play around the columns, see how they are related, do some more Google research, try to say, okay, what does this mean? Oh, this is how they are related. Like immerse yourself into the data. That's one of the things I want you to do because that's going to be the first step. It's going to give you a perfect understanding on what I am about to explain here. I guess you've done that. You've not? Go do that right now. Okay, you've done that, so welcome back. Let's get into this. So this one we are talking about like module two, which is the project planning and analysis, and I think this is one of the most important part of this. So I've taken the time to sort of understand the data, and I came up with questions. So what I would have assumed for you is to like open up your data sets. From opening up your data set, like try to pause this video back and forth what I am doing to see the questions that I came up with. But before we go into the data set, remember that we have like four data set, which is the fact claim, the dimension table for member, the one for provider, and the one for plan. So based off like looking at the data set, these were some specific questions that we were able to come up with that we would analyze for this particular Power BI project. This is practical, like these are the kind of questions that actually you would encounter if you work for either an health insurance company. So there's no theory here, so you know what you're looking out for. You're already understanding the thinking process. So the first is if forget all of the complicated questions. Let's even know, based off of the member related data that they sent to us, what's the total number of members and subscribers that we have? Let's start with that. This you're like, oh, this sounds like simple. Yeah, it's not that hard. The next thing is also what is the distribution of members by gender? We want to know, like, do we have more males or females? Okay, based off of what distribution by plan type, do we have more people in HMO or in DPU or whatever it is? How many members do we have that are smoking? Okay, what's the difference of members by age? Do we have more older people? So all of this basic insight is going to help you to lay a foundation to say, okay, this is what's happening. This is like who our members are, and that alone is a lot of insight. They also want to have like a filter option so that they can say, okay, based off of how many people are smoking, they can just click that, or based off of region, or based off of plan, and also the ability to also make some search. Yeah, you can make some search in Power BI. Related to like the claims data, right? They wanted to know like what is the total claim cost? If you say claim is decreasing, what is the cost currently? What is the total claim count? How many claims do we have? Costs is different from count. You can have $100,000 claim, which can be three claims. That's outrageous. But imagine you have $90,000 claim, but it's 90 claims. They're like, okay, that sounds fair enough. Even though the $100,000 sounds more, it's like, okay, what did the company care about more? Is it about like the number of claims or like the cost of the claims? So you're beginning to think and bringing into the concept or the room of working for an health insurance company. You just want to know what distribution of claims by place of service, by plan, by region, employer group. If you're like, okay, you need to now go back to the data and say, okay, what does place of service look like? This is what I asked you to pause this video. Plan, the region, employer group, provider, and the member. The other question is also what is the relationship between the member cost and the paid amount? So go back to that and say, what does member cost look like? What does the payment amount look like? So they also need filter option for key fields like claim status. Was it a paid claim? Was it a denied claim? We want to know how many is a denied claim, how many is a paid claim. Also based for network flags and also service dates. So that's that about that. There's also, they want to know what are the provider related questions? What are the total providers that we have? Do we need to increase more provider? They say they are like 6,000 plus. Is that true? Do they record that? Also, what division of provider by the network status, provider type, specialty, and the plan? So there is some specific interconnected questions. What I mean is that there are some questions that you will not be able to answer until you sort of think about these tables together. In fact, some of the questions I will ask previously, when you think about the data, you need to connect them together to be able to answer those questions. But if you understand like how they are connected. You know that okay, member ID here is member ID here, provider ID here, provider ID here. You don't have to stress yourself. I'm going to show you when we get into Power BI how to make that connection, and we will see realistically the questions that we can answer and how we can answer some questions. But a more interconnected question that I pointed out here is providers with the highest members and claim. So we see that we have a table that has provider information, right? We have a table that has provider information, right? This table has provider information, but it doesn't have claims information. So we have to get the claims information from here, and we also need to know their members. So once you know, okay, this provider, like how many claims, how many members do they have, and how many. So once you know, okay, is it that this provider is the one just telling their members to keep using our services more, or okay, even though the cost of their claim is high, do they have more members? So want to know that. They also need to know members that are members that are on low deductible. So this member is here, right? But they're on this particular plan. Is the deductible high? Do we need to look for more members that will be able to pay more? Also, the other one is also members' doctor notes. We want to try to like look at it. This particular member, what did the doctor say about them? Right? When they went to the doctor, this is around, this is here. So you see, you need to join this with this. In normally, like when you go practice a project, you're just going to find one flat data. That means that data is just going to be one single table that has multiple record. But I'm trying to explain this from the concept of a real world analysis, because hardly would you work on a data where everything is just one flat record. Yes, there are some data that will be like that, but let's just be realistic. So let's work with something as a simulation of like real world analysis. Then what are some limitations of the questions that our stakeholder is asking us to answer that we might not be able to answer? So that's the medical loss ratio, and how that is gotten is based off of medical claim cost divided by premium revenue. So right now, if you check the data, we do not have like information related to like how much the members are actually paying, or like how much the government is paying for them. So we can't get medical loss ratio. So one thing we can do is either we can analyze, we can give the insight on that, or we tell the JHHS to say, okay, you know what, do you guys have information on premium revenue? We also want to know like what's the administrative cost. So because the kids want to know like the profitability segment. So they also spoke about like quality measures, and these quality measures, like there are different quality measures. There's EDs, there's HCC. So they're like they didn't even give us any quality measures, so we can't answer that. So this shows that in the real world, there are things that your stakeholders will ask you to answer that you won't be able to answer. And probably in like a more advanced level of this course, we'll be able to do like other analysis related to healthcare. But let's just focus on this. They also want us to do some trend analysis. The question is that we need to be sure if the data has enough like month over month trend for us to be able to know like a trend. Like trend is like, okay, what happened in January up until like December, and also even last year, to be able to make comparison. They also want to know the admission flag. So we didn't know what that definition is. We need to know if the data can really answer that. So we might not be able to answer that. They also want to know PMPM, which is a per member per month. So this is literally the expenditure divided by the total member per month. So how many what's the expenditure for the month and what's the total member for the month? So that's the PMPM. Now for your reading, I kind of compiled a good number of reading lists for you. In case you want to have like a better understanding of some of the things we'll be speaking about, you can go read up, search www.cms.gov and just search medical loss ratio, CMS overview. In case you want to know about EDC measurement, that's one of the quality measurements. Go to this website. You could pause this video. And in the next video, I'm going to be closing this module, just explaining some things and reiterating what I've said in this module. See you in the next video. Ciao.